What is going on, everybody? It's Mr. Fresh, you dig? And I'm coming at you with another video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about staying humble and grinding. Staying humble and grinding, guys. Look, man, for the last, I gotta say, 4 years or so, um, been in this pressure washing thing, uh, in and out, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And it's definitely been a grind, but I've gotten to the point now where I'm starting to see the fruits of the labor of everything that I've been working for, uh, starting to come to fruition, and I want that for you guys. So we're gonna be talking about just staying in there, staying humble, and just doing the thing. So if this is your first time watching me, man, make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so that you never miss an upload. Let me know what you want to hear, man. Let me know what you think about these motivational things, man. I love to welcome and love the feedback from you guys. Want to know what you want to hear, all those good things. And if you're watching me on Facebook, make sure that you share this video with everyone that you know, because good friends share. Remember, I say that almost daily. All right, man. But anyway, man, we're in here, man. We're gonna be talking about staying humble, man. Staying humble means when you get to that point where you start to actually make the money. That's when, at that point, when you start to actually make the money and it start to turn into something real, like this is a business and this is really happening here. Uh, Once you get to that point, man, it's time for you to start actually uh uh to stay humble and stay hungry. Before no, a couple of days ago or last week, I was talking about um my coach, my high school coach. He would always have this saying, and it would be, when you're green, you grow; when you're ripe, you rot. Okay, so basically, what that means is when you first start, first what he meant was when you first start at football and you don't know anything, you're trying to learn. Uh, you go harder and you do everything that you can to learn, but then once you get it down, you don't um think that the hard work or anything will help you anymore because you already know what you're doing, you got it. So you just kind of just ride out, and then eventually the person that's green that comes in and learns gets their chance, and they get their chance over you. So what you need to do is make sure that you staying humble inside of, you know your successes. um Once you start having those successes, man, just stay humble, and you got to continue to grind. The grind never stop. The grind ain't going nowhere. I mean, in case you think the grind's going somewhere, the grind is not going nowhere. Even in the time when you get your business up to a point where you give it to someone else and you just hands off. You never can be hands off because it's going to steadily be a grind. You're steadily going to have to make decisions. You're steadily going to have to create processes, and it's a grind. Actually, the grind probably gets harder at that point uh, than it is even right now when you're actually probably the only one doing all of the work, and things like that. So I just want to encourage you to stay humble and keep on the grind, guys. Keep on the grind. Keep it up. Nobody said this grind is going to be easy. This grind is not easy. It is very hard, in fact, uh, to get it to a point where you can, uh, sustain yourself. And if you're already at the point where you're sustaining yourself, then you need to figure out, what is the next step. What is the next step? What can I go? Where can I go from here? You know, what is the next thing that's going to turn it up a notch? You should always be ready to turn up a notch. Okay. Always set goals. Have a goal in mind. Write it down. Make it plain. Work towards it. Once you reach it, then it's like, okay, I got that goal. Now it's time to turn up. Now it's time to turn a notch up. All right. Set some more goals. Once you reach those, turn a notch up again. Set more goals. Just keep turning up. Every time you keep turning up, man, it's going to get better and better and better. but you got to stay humble, man. Once you become those people, one of those tainted people, and we see them on these groups, these pressure washing groups all the time. They get to a point where they just think they're doing good, and they might have 5 or 6 trucks out there, and they got an office and everything, uh, and they think they've made it. They think, I'm good, and then they start talking down to people who are just starting, and they want to offer unsolicited advice to people who are just starting, and it ain't cool. Uh, and we talk about this all the time, how they just want to, act like they are just the kings or kings of pressure washing and everything. Uh, and those people, they're not humble. They believe that this is their industry. They believe that nobody can come in and do it quite like them or anything. And even if you feel that way, then show it. Show it. Those those guys that are at the top of their game, at the top of the game, who are number one, who are doing this stuff, those guys that are actually there, you can tell. Okay, it'll show up all over the place. All right, guys like Jason Guyman, you know, uh, who does very, very well and doesn't have a problem with helping people. And in fact, all of everything he does is just help people learn how to do it better. Okay, so um, stay humble, man. Stay in there. Stay humble. When you get knocked down, get back up. I know we heard that like that. Do it afraid. All of those good things, but those things are true. So you need to literally take heed to what people are saying when they're saying these things. Take heed to it and look at it in the literal sense. Look at it in the literal sense that they're saying it. Okay, look at it in the literal sense. Because that literal sense is going to make it make sense for you. Okay. I can't tell you over the past week how many things made sense to me now, uh, just from listening to people and recalling what other people had said before. And it's like, now I understand why people are saying this. Now I understand. Now I get it. Okay. Because that's going to keep you hungry, keep you down. It's going to keep you ready to move. Um, and it's gonna be rewarded, man. So stay humble and grind. The grind never stops, man. Uh, like I said, once you start making the money, man, that's when it gets even worse. Okay, the hard part ain't getting to the money. The hard part is keeping the money and keeping it growing and keeping turning up the notch. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn the notch every time. Turn the notch. Okay, set a goal, reach the goal, turn the notch. Let's go up. All right. So, guys, I want you to be motivated today as you go out there and you wash. Um, Turn it up a notch. Do something. Get out of your comfort zone. You know, get out of your comfort zone. I got out of my comfort zone yesterday because I usually do everything you know, digitally on the computer, and I get my jobs. And as a matter of fact, I was at the job that I was at. I got it off of the computer. Like getting behind this computer. But sometimes, guys, even though I have a course that tells you, boom, you can get people on autopilot, and while you can, and while it's sustainable, sometimes you got to come up from behind that computer and get out there and get your feet wet. All right. And I had to think about that myself. Like, man, I gotta humble myself because I'm out here and I'm getting jobs off of this computer, you know, off my ass and all of these things. And I was like, man, look, I gotta get out of my comfort zone if I want to turn it up a notch. So I wanted to turn it up a notch. So, I got out there, boom, I rang some doorbells and talked to some people because I don't do that. I haven't had to. But I was like, I want to turn it up a notch. Like I got a couple of jobs this week. I could add a couple of more just if I keep out here talking to people. Um, I got out there and put out a couple of signs, and just try to stay consistent with signs, just trying to diversify. And I always tell you guys, if you take my course, inside of my course, I tell you guys to diversify your marketing. Even though we are getting people on autopilot, I still want you to diversify because that's where you're going to start turning the notch up. turning the notch up. And if you're interested in that course, man, I got a link down in the description. Go to www.customermagnetinstitute.com, man. It's the best money that you'll ever spend. It's not even a whole lot. It's less than $100. You guys can go get that. It'll show you exactly what to do, man. It'll show you, a bunch of different strategies that you can use, some strategies that you can get some free leads in, things like that. So I always tell you guys, not because I'm trying to really just sell you the course, but I'm telling you this because I need you to go in. I need you to turn a notch. I need you to stop being frustrated. I need you to stop spending money in places that is sucking your money and you're not getting any results. So while it is something that that you have to purchase, it is something that is going to help you. All right. And I wouldn't put it out there if it wasn't going to help you guys. So that is the reason why I'm putting it out there. And then, I'm doing this stuff for a living and this is how we eat. So of course I will ask you to be, to be compensated for, my time and for helping you guys and things like that. And like I said, it's a nominal fee. It's not anything crazy. So I need you to get out there, customermagnetinstitute.com, grab that. And we'll talk more on the inside over there. But until then, man, stay humble, grind, outgrind everybody. All right. Discipline thyself. Get up, man. I see a couple of you guys that are consistently coming on, consistently showing up. I thank you guys for being here, man. Because when you guys are here, man, it just lets me know that somebody is showing up and somebody is willing to get the help and somebody's ready to get motivated, and let's get out here and get the money. So it's Mr. Fresh. You dig? Thank you for showing up, man. Make sure you go ahead and grab that course at customermagnetinstitute.com, and I will see you on later today.